Hello, in this video we will be talking about what is a process and what is the life cycle of a process. So first let's start with the what is a process. A process is nothing but a program in execution. It means whenever you run a program that becomes a process. It's as simple as that. Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say you have written a program, you have written a C program in which you have made a program like adding two numbers A and B. The time when the program is on your memory is only a program. But whenever you click the run button or you compile and run the program, that time your program becomes the process. Let's say you have taken input from the user for the two numbers, and whenever you are giving that inputs, that time your program is a process. You have many more examples like that. Let's say you have chrome.exe file on your PC and you are not opening the chrome, then it's just a program. But whenever you open that chrome, then that becomes a process. There is nothing complicated in a process. Now there are four main parts of a process. We know that whenever a program runs, it gets loaded in the main memory and then it becomes a process. And here the process has four main parts. The first part is the stack. Stack is the area where the function parameters, return addresses and address of the process is stored. The second part is the heap. This is the memory which is given to the program whenever it is running and requires more memory. We can say that it is a runtime memory seeker. Yeah. The third part is the data section, which contains the global and static variables. And the fourth and most important part is the text section. It is the part where the actual compiled code is there. It is the most important part because the actual code which is compiled and is being executed is stored here. Now I'm saying that a process is program in execution, but who controls this? Who manages the process? So there is a thing called PCB, process control block. It is like a data card which is given by the OS to maintain the process. It contains many important informations about the process like the process ID. And let me tell you that every process that is running on your computer has a unique process ID. And by these process ID, we can identify any process. The second is the process state, whether it is new, ready, running, waited or terminated. And third is the program counter, which tells that which instruction is going to be executed after this process, or what is the next instruction to be executed after this instruction. The fourth part is the CPU register. It means the data which is frequently required by the process while running is stored in the CPU register. Now let's understand the life cycle of a process. Every process starts with the new state. With the new, I mean the process is just been created and nothing is happened to the process. And the next part is the ready. Ready part means that the process is ready to be executed and it is in the queue with other processes. The first part is the running. It means the process is available to the CPU and it is being currently run by the CPU. And the third is waiting or blocked. Whenever you are running something and let's say your PC ran out of your battery and the pop-up comes and the process that you are working currently gets stopped and the pop-up get priority and it will execute until you charge your laptop. And the last is the terminated. It shows that either you have completed your process or something has gone wrong with your process so that it's been terminated. And the last part is the termination, which shows that you have either terminated your process, you have completed your work and the process is simply been terminated, or something has happened to your process, something like the process has been crashed, there is some value misinformation and that's why your process has been abruptly terminated. So this is all about the life cycle of a process and we have already discussed about what is a process.